Hi folks, Bob Collins for Diver Supply. Welcome back. We appreciate you being here. And if you get a chance, hit that subscribe button down there. And of course, we always enjoy your comments and appreciate it if you'd hit that like or dislike button before you leave. So we're going to be talking about the Maury's smart computer. Now, this is really a nice watch-sized dive computer. And what I've got in front of me is I've got the Smart Air and the Smart Pro, and we're going to be talking about those differences. The Maury's smart computer is really a nice size computer, and it can easily be worn as a watch while on your dive trip. A lot of people like doing that, and the functions are really excellent. Normally in your watch function, it has a chronograph and it also has a stopwatch function, so you can use it for other activities that you may see fit. Now again, what I've got is I've got both the Pro model and I've got the Smart Air model. And the main difference in the two, there's some others, but the main difference in the two is that the Air can be air integrated by adding a transmitter. Now, the Smart Air can be purchased as a unit, or you can buy the Smart Air computer and then add the transmitter on later. Now, one of the nice things about this transmitter, and I also showed the functions of the transmitter in the Quad Air video. If you take a look over there, it has an LED built into the end of it so that your dive buddy knows where your air is as far as generally. It'll blink green, it'll blink yellow, and it'll blink red depending on the pressure in your tank. And I'll put some information in the description about that. And again, you can watch that other video and it explains all about those air pressures and everything for that transmitter. Now, the Pro does not have air integration. It's a less expensive unit, and but it also has some great features just like the Smart Air does. Now, the Pro is a 2-gas unit and the Air is a 3-gas unit. Both of them will handle 35 hours of diving in its log, and you're also able to set it up so that it will upgrade the firmware via your computer at home. And that is really nice in case they come out with some additional features or whatever. You can always upgrade, or maybe they might have a glitch or two. You can take care of it through a firmware upgrade. Now, both of them have stopwatch, like I said. Both of them have chronograph, and they both have alarm functions, which means you can use it as an alarm on your dive trip. And of course, they both have user replaceable batteries that last somewhere between 2 and 3 years, depending on how much you dive. And they each have 3-level displays, 3-level displays. I'm going to put a close-up of the display here. Now, the top row of the display, it will represent and show depth information. Now, the middle row of information will have to do with your decode, and then the bottom will have ancillary type information, especially on the Pro, and in the Air it will indicate your air pressure down there, and really kind of nice. Now, both of these units have backlighting, and they both have 4 modes. Your Air, they are both Nitox adjustable, and of course you can use them as bottom timers, and of course in free diving mode you can utilize the air in the free diving mode. Now, one of the neat things about these units is the way they represent the acquisition of your nitrogen loading. And on the Pro, there's a scale over here at the 3 o'clock position. And of course, your ascent rate, there's a little scale over here at the 9 o'clock position. And that shows a little scale, and it will move up if you're going too fast. It will sound an alarm if you exceed your safe ascent rate, which is really neat. Now, on the air, it kind of goes a step further. And what it does, it actually moves those two scales, your ascent and your nitrogen loading, down to the 5 o'clock and the 7 o'clock position. And then what you're going to see is you're going to see a red scale, you're going to see a yellow scale, you'll see a green scale and a blue scale. Now, if you're utilizing and have it paired with a transmitter, then not only does it read on the bottom what your air pressure is going to be, it also shows a little graph, in other words, a little dotted graph. As you utilize your air, it will move from the green into the yellow and down into the red. Really handy, kind of nice. Every time we've talked about it and looked at it, you know, as divers, we like to get as much information and be able to just glance at things and have total access to that sort of information. And those scales are kind of nice, you know. That's the Maury Smart computer, the Pro version, and right now these are on an incredible special here at Diver Supply. And again, like I said, remember, with the Smart Air, you can buy it as a complete unit with the transmitter, or you can buy the computer now and add your transmitter later. Now, again, one of the cool things about the transmitter is you could actually put the transmitter on one of your first stages. Even though you didn't have the computer, you could have the transmitter on there, and you'd be able to glance across at your dive buddy, and at a distance, you'd actually be able to see approximately what the level of his tank is. Look at that other video, you'll understand a little bit more about it. Again, I'm Bob Collins for Diver Supply. Appreciate you watching. We enjoy you being here, and we enjoy bringing you this information. Any questions that you may have, throw them down there in the comments block. And we always say here at Diver Supply, dive safe. Thanks a lot.